Setting up the stream. Right. Okay then. Waiting for things to boot up. Lovely. Bum, 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 bum. 3, 2, 1, go. Lovely. Okay, that was a bit weird. Okay, that was a bit of a lag spike there. Okay. Oh god, it's a bit laggy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's not letting me. Oh, this is a bit awkward then. Load. It's a bit laggy, isn't it? Shit. What the fuck? Oh god, it's stuck. Oh god. There we go. Okay. Today is a new day. The soft chirping birds gradually awaken me from my slumber. My muscles scream as I push myself up in bed. It looks like being out of live matches for a while has taken its toll. Still, the pain is a reminder of a well-played battle, which is comforting. 9 a.m. With a yawn, I crawl out of my bed and ready myself for the day. I head downstairs, expecting to see Nikki. Hey! No one's here. Weird. I pull out my phone and see a text message from her. Okay, how am I supposed to mimic this word? Hey, I'm going out with some friends for breakfast and then shopping. I was gonna tell you in person, but you were still sleeping by the time I was heading out. Lazy bones. Kissy face. Kaito also said he's heading out to an emergency meeting. I know how useless you are when it comes to breakfast, so open the fridge and check the second row. Talk to you later. Ooh. Useless! Opening the fridge, I'm greeted with the most delicious-looking egg salad sandwich I ever seen. Damn it, Nikki. Always making it possible to stay mad at you. I bring the sandwich to the table along with a poured glass of juice. I wonder what I should do today. My virgin instinct tells me to get this history project over and done with Yuna, otherwise I'm gonna get shitty grades. I know we had a whole week to work on our project, but I like getting my assignments done early. Hopefully Yuna is the same way. I dial her number and wait. She picks up after a few rings.
Hello?
Hi, Yuna. It is Dervin.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So I was wondering if you wanted to get together and work on the project today.
Sure. I'm actually glad you called. I wasn't sure about you, but I like getting a head start on my assignments.
I can't help but smile. As do I. She laughs.
Good thing we're partners. When are you free?
I'm free whenever. What about you?
Same.
Okay. Do you want to meet around noon?
Sure. At the library on campus?
Yeah, let's do that.
Great. I'll see you then.
See you. We hang up. When I arrive on campus, I park my bike and wait in front of the library. It's a few minutes until noon. I hope Yuna gets here soon. Every few minutes I check the time on my phone. 12:07, 12:13, 12:20. She still hasn't arrived, so I text her. Hey, I'm here. Where are you? I don't have to wait long for my phone to vibrate. Shit. How do I do a Yuna voice? Sorry, I'm still waiting for the bus. It should be getting here soon, I think. Okay, I'll find us a room in the library. Okay, thanks. And that's my impression. The library is mostly empty, which makes sense. Not too many people spend their Saturdays studying. Fortunately, that also means most of their collaborative spaces are open. Wandering the shelves, I gather a few reference books I think will be helpful, but I can't find the specific case study I'm looking for. Shrugging, I head to an empty room to wait for Yuda. Flipping a nearby book to a random page, I half-heartedly skim it. I check the time again, 12:45. It doesn't seem like she's coming. Suddenly, I spot a flash of pink hair. Yuna is on the far side of the library, searching for me. I wave at her, and she smiles in acknowledgement before hurrying over.
I'm sorry I'm so late. The bus showed up way behind schedule, which is really unusual. I hope you aren't too angry with me.
I return her smile. It is fine. I am just glad you made it. She slides into the chair across from me. I finally notice she isn't wearing her uniform. Well, I find that quite weird to see her out of uniform, but of course, this is the holiday. Well, a day off. Whichever which, I don't know if it is. I don't know. Anyway, you look different. She seems concerned.
Is there something wrong?
No, it's just weird seeing you in a sweater.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, it is alright. She
It's
smiles.
a little funny to see you out of uniform, but in a good way. It feels more personal somehow.
Indeed. She points to the books beside me.
You already picked out references?
I nod. While I was waiting for you, I couldn't. What? While I was waiting for you, but I couldn't. Oh, okay. While I was waiting for you, okay, I don't know why the but's there, but while I was waiting for you, I couldn't find the case study we
Did you
need.
check the database?
Not yet.
Let's do that.
She stands and leads the way to the nearest computer. When we get there, she types in a quick search.
It says the book is available. Let's go check the shelves again.
She leads me back towards the shelves, occasionally glancing back at me. Once we arrive, she scans the shelf for the book and frowns when she doesn't see it.
I don't understand. It should be here.
Maybe the computer's wrong?
Maybe. But we can't work on the project without it.
Son of a bitch! Why don't we ask the front desk? Maybe they know where it is. She brightens up.
Good idea.
I start to head back the way we came. When I glance at the cart behind us, it's filled with books, but a specific title catches my eye. Wait, Jotomata! She pauses. Isn't that the book we require? She leans towards the cart.
It is.
Great! I reach out to grab it, but pause when I notice a horrified expression on Yuda's face. What?
You can't just take that.
Why not?
That's the return cart.
So?
The book hasn't been returned yet.
What do you mean? It's already been checked back into the system and it's in the cart.
Yeah, but it hasn't been returned to the shelf yet.
I'll be fine. We can make a copy of the section that we need and put it back in the
But
cart.
what if someone notices it's missing?
I glance around us. There isn't a librarian in sight. There's no one here. Besides, we'll be quick. Do not worry. By the power of my virginity, I shall be dexterous with my writing. She chews nervously on her lip before giving me a reluctant nod. I grab the book and we head for the copy machine. Yuna's footsteps are nimble and quick, and I have to catch up with her. She glances back at me frequently, obviously uncomfortable. She steps back when we reach the copy machine and lets me handle the copying. It takes a couple of minutes for the machine to warm up, and Yuna fidgets with the entire time. Well,
Is it
the entire
working?
time. Yeah, it just needs a minute.
We should hurry up.
Do not worry. By the power of my virginity, we shall be fast. Wait, the out of context that sounds... Okay, never mind. Alright. She seems unconvinced but stays quiet. The seconds seem to stretch and slow while we wait for the machine to process the copies. Yuna continues to bite at her lip. Finally, the copier slips out our papers. Yuna immediately collects them and begins walking. She quickens her pace the closer we get to the cart and doesn't relax until I nestle the book back between its brethren. That wasn't so bad, was it? She smiles faintly, but her face seems a little pale.
At least we have what we need.
Speaking of which, we should get to work. She nods, and we return to our room. I type out the last couple of words in our report, and then I lean back in my chair and grin at Yuna. And we're done! She breathes a sigh of relief.
I'm glad we were able to get that finished. Now we don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week.
Hell yeah! We'd been working for hours, and it was getting quite late. Yuna is already packing her laptop, so I pack mine up too. Then she then layers the remaining reference books in her arms.
I'll go ahead and return these.
Do you need my help with that?
No thanks. I'll just be a minute.
She smiles reassuringly before she leaves. I tidy up the room while she takes care of the books and meet her outside of the building.
Well, I better head to the bus stop.
I shall go with you.
Oh, you don't have to.
I drove here, so I do not mind. Besides, it's getting kind of late, and who knows how long the bus will be. She nods and smiles in appreciation. The bus shelter is empty when we arrive, and as expected, the bus is nowhere to be found.
We got a lot done today. You're very easy to work with.
Why, thank you. For a moment, I thought you were ready to bail on me. But even if you were to do so, I would have used the power of my virginity to solo this project and get an A+ out of it. She glances curiously at me.
When was that?
When we found the case study.
Oh.
She shifts slightly.
I thought about it. I've never done anything like that before.
Now it's my turn to look confused. You've never borrowed a book.
No, I've never borrowed a book without permission.
It wasn't really without permission.
We totally broke the rules.
Fuck the rules. I have my virginity. I don't know if I'd go that far.
We did. You're not supposed to use a book that's on the return cart. It's not done being processed.
Yeah, but that is just a minor thing. It's like when you forget to clean up your tray in the cafeteria. She stares blankly at me. Have you ever forgotten to clean your tray?
Of course not. You're supposed to clean up after yourself.
Okay, then it's like... It's just like using emails to vote for a contest entry when it's vote for only one using multiple emails to vote for a contest entry when it's one vote per person. When a contest says it's only one vote per person, you use your other email accounts to vote for the entry you like.
But that would still be voting more than once per person because those emails belong to me.
Technically, I suppose it is.
That's an unfair advantage.
Not if everyone does it. She gives me a disapproving look. Okay, how about... taking a pen from a bank. When you go to the bank or anywhere with pens out in the open, and you take one of the pens after using it...
That's stealing.
Usually it's by accident. You don't realize that you have taken it until it's too late.
Accident or not, it's still taking something that doesn't belong to you.
Okay, how about, taking extra chopsticks and napkins. When you're picking up food and you take extra chopsticks and napkins at the self-serve bar, Yuna frowns.
I only need one pair of chopsticks to eat.
They're for later!
If everyone took things in excess, then that leaves nothing for others. Do you do all of these things?
No! She stares at me with wide eyes.
But that's breaking the rules.
They're more like guidelines anyway.
I've never broken the rules.
Not even once?
It would lead to utter chaos if everyone ignored the rules and did what they wanted.
Kind of like this bus, right?
Huh?
Yes, by the power of my virginity, I have actually thought of something that's actually relatable. Well, the schedule did say it was supposed to be here about half an hour ago, but it is fucking late.
Oh.
Yes. She looks
I
disappointed.
was hoping the bus issue would resolve itself before I had to go home.
It doesn't seem like it's coming. Is anyone able to pick you up? She shakes her head.
My family is out of town this weekend. It's fine. I take the bus all the time.
How about a ride? I can take you home. She smiles but shakes her head.
I don't want to cause any trouble for you. I don't mind waiting.
It is fine. Just hop on the back of my Virgin Runner. Oh, by the way, did I tell you I call my motorcycle the Virgin Runner? Yes, she is quite my pride and joy, my ultimate steed. You're waiting for a bus 85, which goes to my area of Isokaze as well. It is no trouble at all.
That's very kind of you, but you don't have to worry about me. I'm used to waiting for the bus.
I know, but it's getting kinda late, and if I left you here alone, I'd be worried you never got home safely. Her cheeks tinge pink and she looks away, a small smile playing at her lips.
You'd be worried about me?
Of course. You are my friend after all. Not anything beyond that. Looks at title of stream. Anyway, she looks back at me, a full smile on her face.
Well, it will get dark soon, and I wouldn't want you to worry.
I grin at her. Come on now, let's go pick out my Virgin Runner. She returns my smile with an even brighter smile.
Okay, thanks.
When we reach my bike, Yuna's eyes widen in appreciation.
You have a beautiful ride.
I can't help myself from feeling a warmth or pride. Why, thank you. I brought her back from the States. She goes everywhere with me. I hop on my bike and pat the seat behind me. She carefully climbs on. Are you ready? What is it?
What am I supposed to hold on to?
Oh, well, you're kind of supposed to hold on to me.
What?
What's wrong?
This was a bad idea. I should go wait for the bus.
I feel her squirm behind me. Before she can hop off the bike, I reach back, grab her hand, and wrap her arms around my waist. Yuna lets out a small gasp. See? This isn't too bad, right?
Right.
Huh. Thanks to the power of my virginity, I was able to quickly reassure her that this is a safe ride. Virgin Runner, away! I could feel the warmth of Yuna against me, and the softness of her okay, that was a voice drop. And the softness of her chest pressing against my back. I try not to think about it, for I am a virgin walker. I shall not submit to my carnal desires. Her grip tightens around my waist as we continue down the freeway. Yuna diligently directs me towards our house. The scenery blends into a blur of color as we drive by. After a few minutes, Yuna's directions sound more confident, and there's a tinge of excitement in her voice. Her grip relaxes slightly, and I'm acutely aware of every time she presses close to me to speak. I feel her hand slip away for a moment. I assume to push the hair out of her eyes, and her chest pushes up against me as she sighs. Are you alright?
Yes. Sorry. I just love sunsets, and the view right now is breathtaking.
Indeed. I quickly glance towards the sun as it hovers over the horizon, reflecting a trail of golden fire on the glittery waves of the ocean. You definitely don't see sunsets like these in New York. I could get used to this.
Are you liking it in Isokaze so far?
Why, yes, but I haven't seen much outside of Ace.
You should go to the park. It's so beautiful, especially in spring when the cherry blossoms bloom. I used to go there all the time and play on the statues. You'll learn a lot about the town's culture and history there too. Although I haven't been there since a while, so I'm not sure if it's changed at all.
Perhaps you can come with me and show me. She pauses.
Sure. After all, Isokaze is a pretty special place.
Yeah, I am beginning to see that. She leans closer into me, but doesn't say anything anymore. For the moment. She's not dead, guys. Before long, we arrive at our house. She slips off the bike and waits for me to do the same. As I walk her to her front door, she turns to me. I don't anticipate her stopping and almost trip into her, but I catch her. Wait. I don't anticipate her stopping and almost trip into her, but I catch myself just in time. Thanks to the power of my virginity, I was able to be dexterous with my fall. Still, I hear a slight gasp when she notices how close we are to each other. She suddenly becomes shy and takes a small step back.
Thanks for taking me home. I had a nice time today.
Likewise. Perhaps we could hang out again as friends?
Sure.
And do something besides study, of course. She laughs.
I'd like that. Have a good night. Get home safely, okay?
That I shall. By the power of my virginity, I shall get home safely. Talk to you later. She turns towards her door while I go back to my bike. As I switch on the engine, I see her around. She gives me a brief wave before heading inside, and I wave back before heading home. As I walk into the room, I'm assaulted by the sound of laughter. Seated in the living room is Nikki and two other girls. They glance up at me as I enter. Nikki greets me with a wide grin and waves me over, while the two girls begin to whisper to each other.
Hey, you're back. Where did you go?
Ah, yes, I've met up with Yuna to work on our history project.
Seriously? You did homework on a Saturday?
What? What's wrong with that?
Right. I'm sure it had nothing to do with seeing a cute girl.
What the fuck did you just say? I am a virgin walker. I have no such temptation. Wait, let me rephrase that. I have no such desire to fall into such temptations, into such carnal desires. Who do you think I am? Not a virgin walker? Nikki's friends suddenly seem to be on alert. We really did do homework, in fact. We finished the whole goddamn project. Ha!
You're telling me that you were alone with a cute girl for hours and all you did was homework?
Yes! Yes! She sighs.
You're hopeless.
Nikki's friends glance at each other and giggle. What are you guys doing?
Playing draw it.
What's that? The first girl speaks before Nikki can.
It's a fun game. You pick a word from the pile and draw it, and people guess what it is.
Huh, sounds easy enough.
Join us. Then we can play in teams of two. Yeah, join us.
I glance at Nikki, who shrugs.
Sure, why not?
Very well. The two girls jump up excitedly. The first one gets up from the couch and grabs my arm, and then joins me back to sit with her.
Yay! You can be on my team. No, you should be on my team.
What? The other girl grabs my other arm.
Why? You and Nikki are like best friends. You two should be on a team.
She tugs tighter on my arm.
But he's a pilot at Ace, which means he's smarter and should be on my team.
I feel like I'm going to be ripped in half.
Ouch! I thought you guys were my friends, not his.
We are. We are.
Then how come you guys don't want to be on my team?
They glance at each other, but neither girl lets go of me. Nikki crosses her arms.
Fine. Well, he's my brother, so he's gonna be on my team.
Thank you, Nikki. This was getting quite awkward. Both the girls pout in disappointment and let go.
You're no fun, Nikki.
Whatever. You guys can go first.
Alright, Nikki. By the power of my virginity, we shall destroy them.
Fine.
Nikki's friend picks up a card and smiles when she sees the word. She glances quickly at me and then starts drawing. It's a guy with blonde hair wearing something eerily familiar. The second girl answers immediately.
Hot. The word is hot. Yes!
What? They both burst into the fit of giggles. Nikki grabs the paper and looks at it.
What? How did you guess hot from that?
Wait. She shoves the drawing in my face.
Would you have known this was hot?
Probably not. Actually, wait, would girlfriend think he's hot? Yeah. That's the thing. Does Gervin think he's hot? Does the Virgin Walker think he's hot? I think Gervin would probably say he would not be hot looking, because if he says he feels like if he feels like he's hot, then that means he's gonna be at a greater risk of losing his virginity. So he will say, probably not. I don't think hot is the word I would have gone for.
You. Why wouldn't you draw fire or like a cup of
Yeah,
coffee or
why
something?
didn't you?
Who is this even supposed to be?
Yes, although confident as Gervin may be, he doesn't think, or at least he doesn't want to think he's hot because, well, being hot increases your chances of finding a mate, and he does not want that, because he believes in drawing, he believes his virginity is his source of ultimate power, and he does not want to lose it. So yes, hence why he's a virgin walker, and also why he named his motorcycle, Virgin Runner. Totally not a ripoff of the Yu-Gi-Oh 5D's Dual Runner, am I right? Anyway, both girls look at me and giggle again. Nikki glances between the three of us and then frowns.
He's my brother. So, he's cute, but he's my brother.
The girls exchange a glance and then gasp.
Oh, we had no idea. Yeah, we're sorry, but you should have said something.
Wait, what? How did you not know I was her? We literally have the same hair color. Nikki blinks in confusion.
Huh? Said what? That you and him, you know,
What? She nudges her head towards me.
the relationship you have with him.
What the fuck? What is wrong with you two? Nikki continues to look blank for a few seconds. Then her expression changes to horror.
Oh my god, no.
Exactly what I'm thinking. You and me both, Nikki.
It makes sense as to why you got so protective over him.
What?
And why you wanted him on your team. Nikki, you don't have to be embarrassed, it's okay.
What? We're siblings. What?
Gross, gross, gross.
What even? Things certainly got really weird. Well, I'm just going to head upstairs and pretend none of this happened.
Oh no! Stay and play with us. Yeah, stay.
Nikki stands and pushes me towards the stairs.
Don't listen to them, just go.
That I will. That I will. I rush up the stairs, but I can still hear them arguing below.
Why did you send him away, Nikki? We were having a good time. Yeah, plus he's hot.
I'm not.
Ew, you guys, stop it.
I'm not, as I shout down the hallway.
It's not a crime to look. Well, it should be. Excuse me, I'm just gonna go throw up.
Their voices drift away as I enter my room and flop onto my bed. I will never understand girls. Because I did get rejected like 56 times during high school, and because of that, I found my true calling to be the Virgin Walker. One who draws power from their virginity and uses it to their advantage. Such an art is rare, and only few understand it. Anyway, it is kind of funny that they thought I was hot. Actually, they weren't. What am I saying? No, I did not think they were they weren't so bad to look at. I grin as I remember. Oh no, I don't grin as I remember reluctantly of them clutching my arm close to their chest with. Oh no, oh my. I'm just gonna. How do I substitute that? No, that's something Gervin would not say. With an attitude like that, you kind of forget things. Yeah, like they're only in high school. My smile drops on my face. Not maybe. It is certainly a good thing Nikki doesn't bring her friends home very often, and I am glad. Just then my phone dings, announcing an email. Breathing in relief, I eagerly reach over and open the email. All team rankings will be posted on Monday. I guess I'll find out my ranking when I go to school. I spent the rest of my evening browsing online for cat videos until it's time for bed. As soon as my head hits the pillow, I fall asleep. Who knows what tomorrow will hold. My alarm awakens me as I go through the routine of getting ready for the day. Nikki is already downstairs, and after a quick breakfast, we both head to school. My class today is a little different from usual. Students sit scattered around the room, but as I walk past them to find a seat, I overhear snippets of conversations in different languages. Like me, they're all foreign to Japan. I settled into a seat at the back of the class, far from the entrance, and I gaze out the window while I wait for the professor to enter. Suddenly, the room quiets down. I glance at the door, expecting to see the professor, but a girl with bright blue eyes and blonde hair is there instead. Haha, not interested, for I am a virgin walker, a traveler of eternal. I walk a path of eternal virginity. She does not interest me one bit. I have casted away my carnal temptations, allowing me to become a more powerful being, one that is hoped to surpass God. Anyway, although she has her hip cocked to the side, she still carries a commanding presence. To them, not to me. All eyes are focused on her, but she doesn't even blink at the attention. Oh shit. She scans the room, and then when her gaze settles on me, she flashes me an excited grin as I sweat, and sweat suddenly pours down from the side of my head. No, as I think. No, not another one. I shall not submit to my carnal temptations. I overhear the two guys next to me commenting about her.
Who is that girl? She must be new. I would have remembered a hottie like her.
What? Oh, Axikin, thanks for the follow. Hope you enjoy this this series. Anyway, I could feel the heat of everyone's glares as she steadily makes her way towards me.
Hey, she's coming our way.
Could it be? Is she coming to us?
Whispers float behind her, but she ignores them and sits in the empty desk beside me.
Hey, how's it going?
I wait for the other guys to answer, but they whisper to each other instead.
Who's that guy? Does she know him?
I can fucking hear you. By the power of my virginity, my perception is a natural 20. Get the fuck out of here, you two.
She must. Why else would she search him out?
I can still hear you.
You're right.
My virgin senses have picked up your conversation, your gossip that you're currently doing behind my back. Well, not whatever. She continues to stare at me, waiting expectantly. I shall pretend I do not notice, and hopefully that she does not talk to me. Hopefully, I don't know. It seems like she wants something from me, and I do not want to give it to her. So, by the power of my virginity, I shall pretend to not notice her. Yeah. I look away from her, confident she hadn't directed that question at me. Yes, what class is this again? Is this history? After a moment, she touches my arm.
Hey.
Do we know each other?
No, but I saw you at the qualifiers.
You did?
Yeah, I watched you take out those two AIs by yourself.
Oh no. I did not think of the implications of annihilating two boss-level AI robot mechs things in the arena. I did not think it would help make me more of an attractive mate. I must steel myself, preparing myself to resist the carnal temptations of sex. Okay. Alright. Okay. Let's continue. Right. She leans in closer to me, and her voice takes on a breathy tinge.
You were really impressive. I've never seen anybody's core do that before.
Back away, bitch! My virginity repels thee! Fuck! Okay. I immediately lean back when she leans in. Why the fuck is she getting close? Yes, everyone was surprised by my core's ability.
So, how did you do it?
Before I can answer, the professor walks in. The girl gives me a lingering smile before shifting back into her seat.
Good morning, class. Welcome to the Foreign Exchange International Bridging. This class is for those who are new to Japan or would like a stronger understanding of Japanese culture and the history of the Izokaze. That means most of your assignments will require you to leave campus and explore the city.
Okay, that doesn't sound too bad. I hope that means fewer papers to write.
Now, let's begin. You'll find your first class assignment online. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day.
The cute girl then turns back to me and hands me a torn sheet of paper.
Don't lose this, okay?
She winks. What is this?
It's my number.
I don't even know you. Why are you giving me this? She brushes the stray hair from her
I
eyes.
was hoping we could get a chance to continue our earlier conversation.
That was barely any conversation. That was more like you trying to advance on me. And it didn't work, by the way. I fold my arms, unconvinced.
It'd be nice to get to know someone in the same class, in case we ever have questions.
Well, I suppose that makes sense. I scribble down my number and hand it over to her. Here. She smiles.
Thanks. Call me sometime, okay?
She grabs her bag and starts to leave. Jotomata! She flips her hair and lets her gaze fall back on me. What is your name?
Valerie.
My name is Gervin. Gervin and Gerv. Okay, I butchered that part. Okay. My name is Gervin. Gervin and Gerv. Virgin Walker. First of my kind, actually. But yes.
I know.
She winks at me again and turns away. I watch Valerie's hips sway mesmerizingly as I attempt to resist such carnal temptations that naturally flow within my blood, aka hormones. Anyway, as she exits the room, and I'm left wondering what the fuck just happened. I watch I've never met a girl so bold as her before. And how the hell did she know my name? From the qualifiers? I shake the questions out of my head and collect my things.
Did you see that? He didn't even ask for it, but she just gave that guy her number.
No way!
The two of them crowd me as I pack up.
Dude, that was amazing.
What was?
That chick was all over you. What's your secret?
Huh?
I mean, how did you get a girl like that to just give you her number?
I don't know.
Yeah, usually we have to ask for it, and that hardly ever works.
I shrug and shoulder my bag. I have no fucking idea.
That's it right there.
So you have to be aloof, and the girls will flock to you.
I suppose. A few students hover in the doorway, unsure if they should enter the classroom or not. Well, I have to depart. Other people need to use this room.
One day, we'll learn your true secret.
There's no true secret. I'm not even attempting to get laid here. I'm a virgin walker, for fuck's sake. I leave before they can say anything else. Now that class is over, I've got some free time. What do I feel like doing? That's a no. Okay, well, I haven't talked much with Mayu yet. Might as well get to know my other teammates. Hello, Mayu. I go to the library to study. I sit down at the secluded desk between the stacks of books. Just after a couple of minutes, I hear a muffled thumping, as if someone is trying to quiet their jumping. Following the noise to a nearby stack, I see Mayu balancing on her toes trying to reach a book on the top shelf. Her fingers barely graze the ledge of the shelf as she tries a dainty hop, but still fails to reach the book. As she sighs, she pouts and readies herself to try again. I shall intervene. Stifling a laugh, ha ha ha, I walk over and easily pull the book that she needs. Mayu blinks at me as I hand it to her.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. By the power of my virginity, I was tall enough to do so. She hugs the book into her chest and stares shyly at the ground. No problem. It seemed like you could use some help there. Her cheeks redden as she nods. I take another look at the book she's holding. Hey, isn't that a Piloting 101 textbook?
Yeah.
I thought so. I guess you're working on your assignment now.
Yeah.
She gives me a strange look. I only know this because I had to retake Piloting 101. I'm not stalking you or anything.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
There's a long pause. Mayu refuses to make eye contact with me, and I'm worried I might have scared her when she suddenly speaks.
Why do you have to take Piloting 101 again?
As soon as the words leave her mouth, her eyes grow wide and her blush deepens.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
I can't help but grin at her reaction. No, don't worry. That's a normal question. Basically, my credit from CINY didn't transfer. Apparently there was some of the material is different here than for the introductory course, but so far everything we covered has been the same. Any questions?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that said, since I've taken this class before, if you ever need help, feel free to ask me. She smiles.
That would be great.
We stand in silence once more. She seems like she wants to ask me something, but too shy to say it. Offer to help. Is there anything else? Do you require any help?
Sure. But only if it's not too much trouble.
Of course. I always have time for my comrades. Her eyes meet mine when I said comrade before she quickly looks away again. Another blush stains her cheeks. Despite that, she smiles and nods. We sit down at the desk together and I go over my notes with her. As we settle at the desk, I pull out a tablet and Mayu pulls out a spiral notebook. She opens her textbook and flips to the correct page, then opens her notebook to a fresh page. Her pencil is at the ready as she begins to read the text. I watch her curiously as she meticulously writes her notes in fine print. After a couple of minutes, she looks up and our eyes meet for a second before she looks away. A blush stains her cheeks. Are you writing your notes? Mayu seems self-conscious.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. She blinks, surprised.
You don't think it's weird?
No, I shake my head. Of course not. People are too independent on technology these days anyway. I notice my tablet. Including me. Huh. Mayu smiles.
For me, I just learn better when I write it down.
Really now? She nods. How did you get into that habit?
I wasn't allowed to have electronics when I was growing up.
I can't remember the last time I was without my tablet. How did you survive? Mayu giggles.
Well, it wasn't so bad. I think that's where I got my love of books. I wasn't allowed to play games very often, but Father always encouraged reading. He said he didn't want me to get distracted from my studies, so that's why I wasn't allowed to have a tablet.
It sounds like your father takes your education very seriously.
He does. I was in high school when I got my first tablet, but by then I was so used to using a pen and paper that typing out my notes felt unnatural.
Well, the one upside to writing all the time is that your handwriting is really neat. I wouldn't be able to read my notes if I wrote everything down. Mayu giggles.
I'm sure that's not true.
Well, I read somewhere that a person's handwriting can say a lot about them.
Oh, really?
Well, your characters are very neat and small. Your strokes are slightly rounded, not angular or spiky.
What does that mean?
You're an introvert. I'm just kidding. What would Gervin say? Yeah, I bet he would say that. Well, my virgin senses tell me that you're an introvert. It means you tend to be a lot more shy and avoid confrontation. You also have a tendency to be more creative. Mayu seems pleased.
That actually sounds accurate.
I dab in front of her while sitting on the desk. The handwriting does not lie. Anyway, we should focus on the assignment. She turns back to her text and I return to mine. As I'm reading, I can see Mayu glancing at me out of the corner of my eye. I look up. Yes?
Well, do you think you could explain this passage to me?
I grin. Of course, by the power of my virginity, I shall break it down for you. I continue to help her until her assignment is complete. Remembering that the team rankings were supposed to be posted this morning, I take out my phone and I notice an unread email from the school. The rankings are posted online and can be accessed through the web link. I tap on the link embedded in the email and wait. The page doesn't fucking load. Damn thing isn't working for me. There's a note at the bottom of the email saying the copy of the ranking is posted in the pilot's lounge, so I walk there. By the power of my virginity, I shall power walk my way to the pilot lounge. Upon entering, I notice a crowd of pilots on the opposite wall in front of the posted ranks. They're surrounding a smiling guy with white hair and showering him with praise. I have a brief feeling of deja vu. Pushing past the crowd, I eagerly check the board and search for my team. My stomach twists into knots. I really don't know what to expect. Once I find our team, I breathe a sigh of relief. Rank 21. That's not bad at all. The pilots beside me are still talking, and I tuned into that conversation.
Congratulations on being ranked number 1 again this year.
Number 1 again?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks, guys. But it's actually my team who deserves the congratulations. They all fought really well.
Still, you were a big reason why your team got first rank. I watched the match, and you were amazing out there.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Don't you already have a sponsor too?
Yeah,
Who is it?
it's Eludian Enterprises.
Hot damn.
I've heard their weapons are pretty cutting edge.
Wow, you're so lucky. You basically had a sponsor waiting for you.
Before anyone else can reply, a group of girls cuts through the crowd to read their rankings. A tall girl with long, dark hair steps forward and squints at the board, then she cheers excitedly.
Hey, we made it to the top 10!
Well, it appears my virginity has a lot of work to do to reach such a level of power that we will be able to stand at the top of the leaderboard. Anyway, as she jumps in excitement, my eyes are drawn to her chair. Oh, god damn it. But I look away. Oh, yes, but I look away before I catch myself staring. Yes, by the power of my virginity, I was able to resist such temptations. Yes, I feel my Virgin Walker powers increasing. Anyway, as I glance around me, it seems like I wasn't the only guy she, distracted.
Are you serious, May?
One of her teammates pushes past to double-check the post.
Of course I'm serious. You're in 9th place. That's not bad at all. Especially considering how long we've actually practiced together. That's true.
Akira joins May.
Congratulations on your rank, May.
Thank you. But I'm sure it means nothing compared to being number 1.
She flashes him a warm smile and rubs her arm, squeezing her chest together in the process. Akira falters for a second, then shakes his head and speaks earnestly.
No, you girls are pretty impressive. You're a new team, right? Formed over the summer?
May nods.
It's not often that a team who hasn't had much chance to practice and learn from each other is able to make top rank. You have every right to be proud.
Thanks. That means a lot. I can't believe Akira just said we impressed him! I know!
Do you already have sponsors too?
Not yet, but we aren't worried. We've had a few companies reach out to us today.
It must be nice not to worry about sponsorship. I think my team and I will go through the SBA to get a sponsor.
SBA? What is that? I do a quick search on my phone. A website for a student-run association pops up on the school network. It's the Sponsorship Bridging Association, a student association that pairs sponsorship opportunities with different teams. Sounds simple enough. I click on the More Information tab. Why should your team get a sponsor? The SBI prides themselves on pairing appropriate sponsors with Ace Academy teams who have proven their ability in battle. These sponsors fund the teams for their repairs as well as provide them with equipment improvements. There is mutual relationship that benefits both the team, though equipment costs and repairs, and the sponsor by giving them great exposure and an opportunity to advertise through their teams. I scanned through the rest of their website, looking for the campus location. I should stop by and see if they can help us with a sponsor. Instead of location, I find the student volunteer list, and a name pops out at me. Yuna Misaki. I didn't know she was part of the SBA. Perhaps she will be willing to help us out. It is a bit loud since those groups of pilots are still talking, so I move to a quiet corner and dial Yuna's number. Beep boop.
Hello?
Greetings, it is I, Gervin, the Virgin Walker.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Yes, I hope to make this quick, but I would like to explain the situation. I'm fine, but I require your help.
Oh? With what?
I saw your name on the SBA volunteer list.
Oh.
She seems genuinely surprised. You work with them, correct?
Yeah, I do. Sorry, I just wasn't expecting that.
I was looking to get our team a sponsor, but I wasn't sure how.
Oh.
Then I heard a few students talking about the SBA today and figured I'd check it out. When I saw your name, I just had to ask.
I'd be happy to help you find a sponsor.
Haha, I fist pump in victory. Really, you don't mind?
It's no trouble at all. I'll check in with the association in the morning, and I'll be sure to keep you in the loop.
Why, thank you. I appreciate it.
Did you need anything else? I don't mean to rush you, but I've got to head out.
Oh no, that is everything.
Okay, then I'll talk to you when I have something.
Great. I thank you for your help.
Anytime. See you around.
Alright, see you. The phone clicks as she hangs up. At least we're one step closer to getting a sponsor. I hope. I glance at the time. It's still early in the evening. I glance at the time. It's still early in the... Oh, wait, no. I keep forgetting the new text pops up. What should I do? Let us hang out with Sho. Let's see if Sho wants to hang out at the arcade or something. I call and he picks up after a few rings.
What's up?
Ask Sho out on a date. Let us partake in the merriment of cyber skirmishing. It's time to go to war. I cannot do it alone. Will you follow me into the gates of purgatory?
It's a hefty request, my good sir.
It involves free snacks at the arcade.
And simply an offer I can't refuse.
Haha, I figured as much.
I'll meet you there.
After hanging up, I head to the arcade. As I enter the building, I spot Sho waving at me. As soon as I join him, he leads me deeper into the arcade. Where are we going?
To a game which will showcase our skills.
But the gear simulators are the other way.
Not those skills.
What? Sho steps in front of a shooting game and pulls out a gun out of the holster.
Shall we see who the better marksman is?
Oh, very well. The game has inbuilt sensors so we can duck to the side to take cover or peek out, and the game will read the movement. It's a team-based game, but it sounds like Sho wants to turn it into a competition. You're on. How about we raise the
I like
stakes?
the sound of that. What were you thinking?
Loser buys the winner lunch for a whole
I
week.
never took you for a gambling man.
Ha! I always gamble. For that is the power of my virginity. The greater risk, yet greater reward. And my virginity assures that I grab the reward. It's not gambling when the results are already known. It isn't gambling if I know I'm going to win, thanks to the power of my virginity.
Oh, well, let's Let's see how confident you are after this.
Very well. We throw a couple of tokens into the machine. Once the game loads, we jump straight into the action. Show takes lead, and leads us straight into an enemy encampment.
You're falling behind, brosip.
Ha! A larger wave of enemies spawn on Show's side.
Crap, I'm pinned. Give me some cover.
Huh. Would he do that? Well, he did say it was a competition, so nope. My character dies for cover. Every man for himself.
You can't abandon another brosif.
There's a week of free lunch writing on this.
No!
Show's screen flashes. Game over. I merely smirk. Haha. Once it seems the coast is clear, I peek out from my hiding spot and get wrecked by an enemy sniper. Fuck! Game over.
Karma!
Damn! I shrug. At least I still get free food.
No, sir. Don't you see game over across your screen?
Welching on our bet?
Nope. The deal was the loser pays for the winner. We're both losers.
I guess technically speaking that is true. After our shitty match, we head for the gear simulators.
Aw, no way!
There's a long line which shakes around some of the other gaming stations.
Well, I guess I should have expected this.
Why are there so many people?
It's because of the new update to the simulators.
Update?
The arcade has new prototype weapons by Eludian Enterprises installed into the sim.
Oh. Huh. I wonder what kind of weapons.
Not sure, but I can't wait to find out.
You're pretty excited about this. He scratches his head and wears a sheepish grin.
Yeah, it's because I really do like gears.
What got you into them in the first place? Sho looks like he's struggling to find the words.
Nah, it's stupid.
I'm sure it's not. You can tell me. It's strange to see him look so serious. After a few more seconds of hesitation, Sho finally speaks.
I got beat up a lot as a kid.
Oh. Now I feel like an asshole. I did not know. He takes a deep breath.
I was always the one being picked on in class or after school. That's why I hung out alone a lot. Then one year, my mom bought me this sweet gear action figure for my birthday. Man, I loved that thing. It was so awesome. But the kids from my class, they pulled it from my hands and laughed as the leader smashed it against the concrete.
Oh man.
I sat there, my eyes red from crying, and I thought, if only I had a real gear.
Sho. I'm sorry. He doesn't face me. If I had known this was such a sensitive topic, I wouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's good to finally talk about it, you know?
Suddenly, his body starts shaking. Are you alright? Look, I didn't mean to bring it up. Wait, don't tell me.
I can't believe you actually fell for it!
Give me back my symphonies! Just sympathies, not symphonies. I take back everything nice I just said.
I'm sorry. It was just too good to resist.
You...
Maybe I should give up my piloting career to become an actor.
Don't push it. So, what's the real story? Sho shrugs.
There isn't one. There's just a feeling, you know? Being inside the cockpit, your hands on the control panels, and the only thing you see out of your visuals is down the barrel of your opponent's rifle.
You mean, you like the thrill? Didn't take you for an adrenaline junkie?
That's not exactly it.
Oh?
In a match, everyone is an equal. You could be the son of the president, or missing a leg, or whatever, and none of that matters. All that matters is if you have what it takes to win.
Well, matches aren't quite equal. If you're the son of the president, you could have the best equipped gear in the nation, which will obviously give you the advantage over the gear with average equipment.
True, which is why matches held between standard gears are my favorite. Then it really is based on skill alone.
Sho is unusually serious and speaks in earnest. Although he is still smiling, it's not his usual goofy grin. He might come off as someone who doesn't take anything seriously, but after what he just shared, I get the feeling this facade hides a mind that is observant and alert. Intriguing.
I don't share that with a lot of people. I don't think they'd understand.
I don't really know what to say. Luckily, Show's signature dream returns.
Anyway, good talk.
See you next session. That will be 500 credits for this session.
What?
Your next therapy session is scheduled 2 weeks from now.
Pretty pricey. How come I don't get the friends and family discount?
I look at Sho, who stares blankly at me. Suddenly, his eyes grow wide in
You
understanding.
mean we aren't friends?
The line dwindles as we've been talking, and before we know it, it's our turn.
Looks like we're next.
Haha! Sho and I take our places inside the simulation pods, and we continue to battle each other until Sho has to leave. When I get home, Uncle Kaito is lounging on the couch with his feet up on the coffee table and staring intently at his laptop. Mountains of papers and folders surround him, with a few loose pieces strewn across the floor. Hey, Uncle, is Nikki home? Clearly startled, Kaito spins to face me and loses the rest of the papers in a scattered mess. He rubs at his eyes before letting out a resigned sigh, and kneels to pick them up. I bend down to help. My apologies, I did not mean to scare you.
It's not your fault. Sometimes this house can be too quiet.
Quiet? I guess I mean Nikki isn't home. He gives me a weak smile. I can tell he's tired. Kaito's been working late almost every night since Nikki and I arrived. I hope he's not overworking himself. I hand back all the papers I collected and he begins to sorting them into folders once more. Can I help? He hesitates, then shakes his head.
Thanks, bud, but I've got it.
I sit beside him anyway. What are you working on?
Just some work stuff.
Right. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't really know what Uncle Kaito does for a living. What kind of work stuff?
A lot of things.
My virgin instinct tells me he's being awfully evasive with his answers. Is it a secret?
Huh?
What you're doing, is it a secret?
No, of course not.
Well, getting info from you is like pulling teeth, is it? Yeah, a little bit like that. He laughs.
Sorry, I'm just looking over the contracts for the restaurant.
Ah, although that being said, contracts. Don't you have a department that handles those?
Yeah, we do, but as regional manager, I have to look at them first to make sure they include everything we discussed. Then I send it to the deal desk to make sure all the legalese is correct and that there are no hidden clauses.
He pats the pile of papers closest to him.
We're opening up a new cafe in the next month, hence all the new contracts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Actually, it won't be too far away. You know that empty lot in the strip mall?
The one that's been under construction?
Yep, that's where it'll be.
That's quite close. I'll have to stop by after it opens and check it out.
Have you been to any of our other restaurants yet?
Well, I didn't even know you managed restaurants until now. I didn't even know you had restaurants.
Really? When you were little, I used to take you there when you visited. Don't you remember?
Kind of, but I don't know why. I didn't know those were your restaurants.
I used to bring you food straight from the kitchen.
I was 5. I thought everyone did that. He laughs.
Fair point. Well, if you get the chance, you should try the place near the park. It serves Western-style cuisine and is very popular in Isukaze. I know it won't be exactly like the food you had back in the States, but I'd be curious to see how you like it.
Sure, that sounds great. He grins at me before turning it back to his stack. I should probably let him work. I'm going to go upstairs. Good luck with all of this.
Thanks.
I head to my room and do another quick search on the SBA. Then decide to check out what other clubs are at ACE. It looks like there's a club for everything. Tennis, cooking, business, culture, etc. Is there a virgin club? No? Well, damn. At some point, I vaguely hear voices downstairs. Nikki must be home. After a quick convo, she comes up upstairs and I hear her door shut to her room. I continue surfing the net. After a while, my eyelids start to droop, and I crawl into my bed before drifting to sleep. Duh! I punch my alarm. With a groan, I reach out inside my blanket in the search of my coveted snooze button. 5:45 a.m. What the fuck possessed me to start my alarm at such an ungodly hour? Oh right, the physical education class I have this morning. Any normal human being would have picked a more reasonable time for this course, which explains why this time slot was the only one available. I climb out of bed and begin my morning routine. After getting ready, I head downstairs to an empty living room. Kaito and Nikki must still be asleep, like any other normal person. I power freeze through my breakfast and head on my way. After an uneventful drive later, I'm waiting outside of the gymnasium. Some zombie-like students wait with me. The rest are passed out on the campus benches. A cheery voice, too cheery for the current time of day, breaks my reverie, and I see two familiar faces approaching. Her eyes are hardly open as she yawns, barely mustering a nod of acknowledgement. It is such a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Mr. Shinjiro, a pleasure as always. I raise an open palm, Sho grins before giving me a resounding high five. Yeah! Kaori covers her ears and glares. She's not the only one looking at us disapprovingly.
Oh, sorry, Kaori.
I'm already getting a headache.
What's up with you two picking this as your time slot for the course?
We could ask the same for you.
I transferred into the program late, so this was the only class available. However, my virginity will not let this power me down. Kaori crosses her arms.
I guess that makes sense.
Indeed. And you guys?
We were originally in a later class, but decided to change out.
Why? Sho looks at Kaori. She sighs before shrugging her shoulders.
Remember when we told you about us forming our own team because it didn't work out with the previous one?
Yeah.
Let's just say we all decided to pick the same gym class to train together, but as you know, it didn't work out.
Sounds more like a falling out. Sho rubs the back of his head.
Something like that. In any case, we figured it'd be easier to switch out than deal with that awkwardness every week.
Wise choice. So what happened exactly?
Well...
There's nothing more to tell.
Okay then.
It didn't work out. So we changed classes. What part of that don't you understand?
Oh, damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Kaori looks annoyed. Alright, I get it. We hear a click as the building doors unlock.
Sorry for the wait, everyone. We had a little issue with the gym schedule, but that's now been resolved. Please make your way to the locker rooms, then meet at Gymnasium 3.
Awesome! We'll see you there, Kaori. Come with me, Brosif.
Away we go to the locker rooms. Sho pushes me towards the men's locker room as I kick the door open with style. We quickly change into our uniforms and Sho and I head towards the gym. Even with all the training equipment inside, the space still feels huge. Flags and banners from past victories hang on the walls and ceilings. Typical Ace Academy, everything looks pristine.
Hello?
Sho's voice snaps me back into reality. Ah yes, what's up?
Jeez, zoning out like that when I'm asking you such an important question? It's almost like you don't care.
Apologies, what did you ask?
What's your favorite flavor of Dango?
I think he and I have different definitions of what is an important question. I suppose it's something within my peripheral vision distracts me from answering. Whoa! A group of girls enter the gym, wearing nothing but their panties and a t-shirt. This can't be right. I rub my eyes, but the magical sight remains in full focus. Huh? What the fuck is going on? The girls over there are just walking around in their panties! Sho glances excitedly, but deflates a second later.
What are you talking about, Brosif?
How the hell are you not seeing this?
See what? Girls wearing their gym uniforms?
It's incredibly revealing! Sho stares for a moment.
I still don't get it. That's what they've always worn, ever since elementary school. Actually, now that you mention it...
I watch as Sho's face reddens.
Oh my god! What have you done? I won't be able to focus in this class anymore.
Oh, come on, I could have been the only one seeing this.
You were. I was
desensitized to this from childhood because my memories never associated this attire with perversion, and thus there was nothing to be perverted about.
What the heck are you talking about? I grab at his collar and shake him.
I don't know, man. I'm too distracted to think clearly.
Get your shit together! I slap him in the face.
What are you two yelling about?
We both spin around to see Kaori. She's also wearing what no one in their right mind would dub a gym uniform. Her porcelain legs are completely free of blemish, and the way the material shows up her body makes it clear that she works hard to stay fit. Sweeties. Her exercise routine is yielding superb results. If I ever had any doubt about Kaori's physical prowess, I don't have them anymore. It must take a hard work and discipline to have a body like yours. Wait, oh no, wait, why did I say it like that? She frowns as a hand instantly goes to her side. The only thing betraying her unimpressed expression is the slight pink creeping into her cheeks.
Are you really trying to hit on me?
No, wait, no, it's not like that. Haha, you wish! But I am a virgin walker. I have no time for such desires, as I seek a true path, a path of virginity, where I gain ultimate power from such path. Don't flatter yourself, motherfucker.
Good. One perverted idiot is enough.
Looks to show. Kaori's gaze flicks to show. He crosses his arms defensively.
Why you gotta be so rude? Don't you know I'm human too?
A few moments go by as we wait for class to start. By the way, have you guys thought about what we should do for our sponsorships?
Not quite.
No.
Sho and I both glance at Kaori in surprise, and she crosses her arms.
What?
You're usually on top of this stuff.
I've been busy. This team isn't the only thing I focus on.
Before Sho can say anything else, I intervene. That's alright, I perhaps have a lead anyway.
Really?
She doesn't need to sound so impressed. Yeah. Do any of you know the SBA? They both nod. I know somebody who works for them. She's agreed to help us find a sponsor. Sho claps me on the back. Oh!
This is why I chose you to join our team. You make things happen.
Are you sure it's not because I was the only person available? Kaori snorts, but Sho is unfazed.
That too.
I see. Sho is about to speak again when Kaori shushes him.
Be quiet. Class is about to start.
The professor waits for the room to quiet down before he begins the class. The professor dismisses the class, and the three of us file out together. I haven't had such a fantastic workout since coming to Japan. I'm totally in my element. Haha! Yes, it is the power of my virginity that allows me to do such things. Kaori keeps pace with me, looking just as refreshed as I do.
I am dead. 'Tis the end for me. I bid you good morrow.
I look back and see Sho sluggishly trailing behind us. What's up with him? Kaori doesn't even look back.
Serves him right. That's what happens when you pig out on junk food all day.
I promise, I'll work harder.
He always says that, but he never does.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Seriously, I think we should check on him.
Fine.
My brosif, I don't know how you're keeping up with Kaori. That is impossible.
That is because I draw my power from my virginity. It has allowed me to transcend to such feats.
Impossible.
That's what I said.
I scratch the back of my head. It's not really that tough, you just have to keep working until it gets easier. Kaori looks over at me. I think she looks impressed. Anyways, let's get out of here. Sho nods and summons a second wind as we make our way toward the exit. Once we're outside, Sho waves goodbye.
That was fun. I got some stuff to take care of, though. I'll catch you on the flip side, Kaori, Mr. Brosif.
Same. I'll talk to you guys later.
We all say goodbye. Who do I hang out with next? Let's see, I've already hung out with Mayu, I've already hung out with Sho. I am not going to Valerie. Well, Kaori. My stomach complains loudly for food. Hopefully nobody else heard that. At least I have plenty of time to grab lunch before my next class. There's a cafeteria on campus, which I've eaten at a couple of times. The food is cheap and surprisingly good, way better than the cafeteria food in CINY, but the options are limited. I've heard the Pilot Sound has some decent options, and their daily specials incorporate a cuisine from other cultures. It might be worth a look. I navigate to the lounge. Luckily, there isn't a line. I hope that's because I beat the lunch rush and not because the food is bad. Pushing those thoughts aside, I stroll up to the bar. Ha ha!
Hello, what do you have?
Huh. I study the limited menu on the wall. Behind the bartender is a chalkboard with the daily special written down. Cheeseburger with fries. My virginity desires healthy foods, so I shall go with the healthier option. I'm not seeing what I want. Hello, what healthy options do you have?
Healthy? I can get you a protein bar.
Thanks, but I meant for a natural meal. You have a salad? The bartender raises an eyebrow.
Sure, it's called the burger salad. You get a burger without the buns or patty.
He doesn't have to be a jerk about it. I consider going somewhere else when my stomach growls again in protest. Very well, I shall have the special then.
How special? Burger and fries coming up. That'll be 873 credits.
There we ding. After paying, I move over to the side and wait for my lunch. Within a few minutes, he slides over a tray with a juicy burger and a mound of fries. That looks like a heart attack just waiting to happen. Oh well, I suppose they'll just treat today as my cheat day. By picking up my tray, I scan the pilot's lounge for an empty table. Most are occupied by single students focused on their own food or studies. After debating whether or not to join a random student, I spot a girl with reddish-orange hair sitting alone. It's Kaori! I breathe out a sigh of relief and make my way over to her. Greetings! She looks up at me.
Oh, hi.
Mind if I sit here? She shakes her head. Thank you. I place my tray next to her bento and sit down. Kaori refocuses on her meal and eats in silence. This is pretty awkward. So, how about that airplane food? Oh wait, we're not on the plane. So how are things?
Good.
She doesn't even bother looking up at me. What do you think about the weather today?
Adequate.
This is seriously like pulling teeth. I shouldn't be surprised though, it's Kaori after all. Small talk is not her forte. I pick up a ketchup packet and squeeze the contents over my fries.
You're really eating that?
Huh? Kaori's finally looked up from her food and examines my meal.
Burgers are very unhealthy. They are full of fat and very high in calories. The fries are even worse. Those are just empty carbs. And the average meal holds the amount of sodium an average person needs in a day.
Well, I wanted something healthy. Well, it wasn't my first pick, but I doubt it's that bad. Kaori leans back in disappointment and shrugs.
Whatever. It's your choice.
Hey, they didn't have any other options. And my virginity demands sustenance. I glance at her bento. It has an assortment of simple maki rolls. Even though I said I wanted something healthier, I wouldn't be excited to eat what she's having. Well, it's sometimes nice to eat something tasty for a change. Ha ha ha, she frowns in irritation.
What makes you think my bento isn't tasty?
I take a look at it, then smirk. You don't need to get so defensive. I'm sure it's healthy, but that thing barely looks Kaori shoves me a maki roll down my mouth while I'm mid-sentence.
Don't judge it until you've tried it.
Wow, this is surprisingly delicious. It's light with simple ingredients, but each bite is still packed with flavor. Kaori quickly retracts her chopsticks once she realizes what she's done. Huh. I guess I was wrong. I take that back. That was pretty tasty. Kaori nods, satisfied.
Maybe next time, you won't be so dismissive of my advice.
I figured Kaori liked to eat healthy, but I hadn't realized she cared about the taste as well as nutrition. We end up finishing our meals in silence, but I'm glad I was able to learn a little bit more about Kaori. I'm basically done for the day, but I don't feel like just going home just yet. I wander the campus aimlessly and I decide what I want to do. I'll check out the quad, since I've already been frequenting the library and pilot's lounge. It's a gorgeous day and I don't want to be cooped up inside. I'll go to the quad and see what's happening out there. I remember briefly passing through the quad last week, so I have a vague idea how to get there. Mostly I just follow the greenery. After a few minutes, I spot the open lawn of green grass. A couple of guys are running around the yard, playing some sort of game. At the same time, a bunch of students are having a picnic in the shade of the giant oak, and a few others are reading on the benches lining the yard. Something flies towards my head, coming dangerously close to my eyes. Catch! I activate Virgin Instinct and catch the ball immediately. It's a frisbee. I catch the frisbee immediately. One of the guys races towards me.
Nice catch, man.
Thanks. I call it Virgin Instinct.
Over here.
The other guy waves at me and gestures for me to throw it back. I do, and he leaps into the air, catching it easily.
Nice throw. Sorry about that. Butterfingers here can't aim to save his life.
That's not true. It just slipped a little.
Okay then. The first guy squints at me, then his face lights up in recognition.
Wait a minute. I know you. You're the chick magnet.
Oh, fuck. What?
Oh, yeah. From the foreign exchange class.
Oh.
Remember us?
Oh. Yeah.
It's awesome that you're here.
An idea dawns on him.
Hey, you wanna play with us?
Yeah, you should join us.
Sure, why not? I shrug. These guys are a bit excitable, but otherwise don't seem so bad. And if they tried to fight me, I'll simply just roundhouse kick their head into the pavement like I did with that other guy. And his gang. Very well, I shall play.
Awesome.
Let's move away from other people so there's no chance we'll accidentally hit anyone. Again.
Wow. Good idea. These guys aren't too bad. I learned that they're from Korea and have been inseparable since childhood. I nod. Neat. My phone rings and Yuna's name flashes on the screen. Sorry guys, I have to take this. It's been fun! The guys nod and wave at me. I answer the phone and as I search out for a secluded spot to talk. Greetings, Yuna. How goes the search?
Actually, that's why I called you. I have some good news.
What is it?
I got you an interview.
Already? It's only been a day. How'd you do it?
Lots of phone calls.
Wow. I laugh. Ha 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 ha. Thank you, Yuna. This is great.
I know. It's with Warp Tech Corporation.
I nearly dropped the phone. Oh shit. How did you get a major player like Warp Tech interested in us?
I told them the truth. You guys are a strong up-and-coming team. And with the right sponsor there to support you, you'll be unstoppable.
Thanks. We'll definitely have an advantage if we have access to Warp Tech's weaponry. When is the interview?
Yeah, about that.
Her hesitation is ominous.
Your interview is tomorrow.
Oh shit. The phone fumbles from my grip, but I catch before it falls.
Hello? You okay?
You said tomorrow?
I know it's last minute, but their next availability is a few weeks away. I didn't think you could wait that long.
No, you're right. Sooner is better. I need to call my team. I don't know if they'll be able to make it.
They don't all need to be there. As long as one member of the team is there, the interview can happen. Can you make it?
I need time to prepare, especially if I am engaging this alone.
No, I'll be there. And as a member of the SBA, I'll be taking the lead in presenting your credentials. I've got everything under control.
Very well. I shall make my own preparations tonight and meet you tomorrow.
Great. I'll meet you in front of the library after class.
Thank you again, Yuna. I owe you one.
It was my pleasure.
We both hang up. The first thing I do is send a group text to my team. Got an interview with Warp Tech Corp tomorrow afternoon. Can any of you join? Okay, if can't, I have it under control. A minute after I sent the text, I receive a reply. It's from Sho, which is no surprise. He's always freakishly quick to respond. Broseph, I'll be hanging Fritz on the dock plan. I literally have no idea what that means. I text him back. So you mean yes? Haha, you're funny. Good luck then. Let me know how it goes. At least I got my answer. One down, two more to go. I still got some time before I need to go home. Okay, it's just Yuna. I feel like doing something active, but I don't want to lift weights. But I don't want to just lift weights, sorry. I've heard the recreation center always has lots of activities going on. There's bound to be something I could do, and test my virgin might. As I walk in, the first thing I notice is how much natural light shines into the room. The facility is huge, but it doesn't feel overwhelming. There are signs leading to different gymnasiums, and even a pool. There's a locker room nearby, and I take advantage of the facility to change into my gym clothes. As I continue to explore, I spot the tennis courts filled with students playing matches. A few students crowd the sidelines, waiting for a court to be open. Yuna is among them. She's standing alone, stretching out her arms. I head over and greet her. Greetings, Yuna.
Hi.
She seems surprised.
I didn't expect to see you here.
I didn't expect you to be here as well, to be honest. She chuckles. So, you play tennis?
A little, just for fun. Do you play?
Not exactly. I mostly play contact sports.
Oh, okay.
Like football, I think. My free time is usually spent, fighting with giant robots. Yuna giggles softly. So you have been waiting long for the court to free up?
Not too long. Plus, I'm next on the wait list, so once the court opens up, I'll be able to play.
Who are you playing against? She shrugs.
Anyone who's available.
How about you and I play a game then? She suddenly seems shy.
Sure, but I have to warn you, I'm a bit rusty. I haven't played much this season.
Let's have a fun match then. For a game between friends, who the better player doesn't matter, just as long as we're having fun.
I agree. I'm sure this will be a good match either way.
I can't play with no equipment though. Is there somewhere I could borrow a racket?
I actually have an extra you can use.
Sick, nasty. Thanks. The court opens up, and Yuna and I take out our places on the opposite sides. Since you're feeling a little anxious, why don't you serve first?
Oh no, that's okay.
Please, I insist. She smiles, her thanks and nods. As we settle into place, I give my racket a few experimental swings. Once ready, I nod. Yuna tosses the ball into the air and pulls back her arm. Holy shit! With a resounding crack, her racket connects with the ball in a powerful serve. Oh my god, the ball whizzes towards me at lightning speed. Return! Hiya! I barely manage to clip the ball. By the power of my virgin instincts, I clip it back. Within time, with the right timing. It lobs over the net and veers out of bounds. What the fuck was that? I never witnessed such power.
I'm sorry.
I glance at Yuna's worried face and snap out of my daze. Duh! It's fine. I wasn't expecting that, but I'll be expecting your next one. She smiles, then prepares for her next serve.
15 love.
She bounces the ball a few times, preparing herself before the serve. Then she throws it overhead. Her next serve is just as powerful. The ball zooms towards me. Hurrah! Hit! Hurrah! I catch it with the tip of my racket. The ball flies erratically, but makes it over the net. Yuna smoothly parries it back. Shit. Damn. She is quite the opponent. I must not let my guard down around her. The longer we play, the more I'm able to keep up with the volley. Yuna's face is in deep concentration, but she easily counters my hits every time the ball flies over the net. If this is how she plays when she's out of practice, then I'm not sure if I'm ready to face her at her peak. Duh! Once my element of surprise is gone, I'm more used to Yuna's plays. I managed to keep up with her fairly well. In the end, she wins by the match 6-4.
That was a good game. You did really well.
I did not expect to be pushed to such lengths. Why, thank you, but I was still no match for you. I'm not sure I believe that you're out of practice. You're quite the player out there. Yuna's cheeks are flushed from both the match and from embarrassment.
Thank you, but I really don't deserve such praise.
You have nothing to be embarrassed about. Even at your worst, you're still better than me.
That's not true.
For now. Are you a part of the school league? She shakes her head no. You should really consider trying out.
Do you think so?
Certainly. She seems pleased, but shrugs.
Thanks, but I'm not sure I have time for that kind of commitment.
Hey, are you guys finished?
Oh shit. We turn to a pair of students walking to the court.
Oh, yes, we just finished.
Actually, we were wondering if you two would be interested in a doubles match.
Oh? Doubles match? You and I glance at each other, we both break into grins.
Sounds like fun.
Very well. By the power of my virginity, we shall win this battle.
Great. You guys can serve first. Good luck.
Oh. I retrieve the ball and toss it to Yuna. She catches it and prepares to serve. I don't think these two know what they're in for. Ha ha ha. And so, we kick the absolute shit out of them in tennis. As soon as I get home, Nikki jumps off the couch and greets me.
There you are. What took you so long?
What? She has her hands on her hips and taps her foot impatiently. Did I forget we had plans tonight? By the power of virginity, I shall, run to my room. I drop my stuff on the floor and open the door. When Nikki grabs her collar,
Where are you going?
Losing my balance, I fall backwards. Nikki faces hovers around me. It's not my fault. Don't be angry.
Why did you run?
I forget we had plans.
Huh? We didn't make plans.
Oh. Nikki helps me back on my feet. Then why were you waiting for me?
Well, I have some exciting news.
Nikki sits down on the couch and I follow her. What is it?
Remember when you suggested I start a cooking club at school?
Yeah.
I took your advice and spoke with the school administration, and they loved the idea. I already have a teacher who's agreed to sponsor the club, and a few of my classmates have approached me asking if they could join.
That's awesome, Nikki.
I know. I was thinking of structuring it so that we can learn a new dish each week, and anyone can share a dish, so it's not just me leading everything.
Hell yeah.
Our first meeting is next week, and I thought I could start us off by teaching something simple and non-Japanese.
She pauses and looks thoughtfully at me.
What do you think I should make?
Salad? Salad. That's what you girls like to eat, isn't it? Why am I suddenly a misogynist?
It's not just girls in the club. There's one guy who signed up.
Heh, you know why he did it, right?
Because he wants to learn how to cook?
Unless he is a virgin walker like me. I doubt it. Because as the only guy in an all-girls group, he'll be on automatic chick magnet. Yes, that's it. But yeah, salad, I guess. Or maybe like a boiled potato.
Let me guess. Those are the only foods you can make.
But, of course not. I know how to make mac and cheese.
Eating stuff from a box? That's not cooking.
I can make spaghetti.
Uh-huh. Maybe you should join our club.
And that is my cue to get the hell out of here.
Oh, don't go. I was just kidding.
I laugh. I know, but I've got some studying I need to do anyway.
Okay.
Congratulations on getting your club started. I bet it'll end up being the most popular club in your school.
Thanks. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I like having a smallish size group so we can all interact easily. But having a larger group means more exposure to new foods. Anyway, that's getting way ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, you still need to decide what you're going to do for your first meeting.
Some help you've been.
You still love me as a sibling.
That's what you think.
She waves goodbye anyway. Once in my room, I settle down at my desk and begin collecting research and statistics I can present at the interview. I want to be well informed, especially if I'm going to be representing my team. Wait, Joto Mata. Did Kaori or Mayu ever respond to my text? A quick check on my phone shows me they did. I open Mayu's text first. I hope it doesn't cause you much trouble if I don't go, but I have a previous engagement and I can't make it. Best of luck. I shrug. At least she was so nice about it. Next, I open Kaori's text. Why did you schedule the interview so soon? Of course I can't make it. Don't mess this up. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Kaori. At least you know we'll be there to back me up. I read over my notes a few more times before I'm confident about what I'll say. Then I head to bed early so I can be well rested tomorrow. And that shall be it for this stream. I hope you all enjoyed, and I bid you all farewell for now. Until the next episode in Gervin's journey to become the ultimate virgin.